touch in my own kind of way. It's Tuesday night racing under soft lamplight. No king, no crown, just a perfect night. Same make, same car, same old flame, same old flame. We race for love, not fortune or fame. Yeah, 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 yeah. Tuesday night, just me, the wheel. Tuesday night, no way, oh yeah. Tuesday night, just real deeply. Tuesday, yeah, that's the Widdowmaker way. Tuesday night, Tuesday night, yeah, 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 yeah. Tuesday night, Tuesday night. Well, the sun's gone down and the rigs are on. Same make cars, the week rolls on. You tune your gears, I check my line. That green light flash says it's our time. Clean and steady, smooth and slow. Let the rhythm tell you where to go. Ain't no glory, ain't no pain, just a road and the sound of the rain. It's Tuesday night racing under pale moonbeams. Same make, same car, living our dreams. We don't fight dirt, chasing that gold in a silver machine. Old hand steady on a worn-out wheel. Gray hair shining in the dashboard steel. No crowd screaming, no cameras flash, just a quiet man and a little dash. They say we're mad, we say we're free, trading miles for memory. Every apex tells a tale of how the heart outlasts the hell. It's Tuesday night racing, smooth and fine. Four wheels dancing on the white line. We don't care where we finish tonight, just the sound of the tires and a fading light. Hear the hum of the track, the ghost of the tune. The world drifts away beneath the moon. And when I cross that line, I smile and say, still got the touch in my own kind of way. It's Tuesday night racing under soft lamplight. No kings, no crown, just a perfect Well, the sun's gone down and the rigs are on. Same make cars, the week rolls on. You tune your gears, I check my line. That green light flash says it's our time. Clean and steady, smooth and slow. Let the rhythm tell you where to go. Ain't no glory, ain't no pain, just the road and the sound of the rain. It's Tuesday night racing on the pale moonbeams. Same make, same car, living our dreams. We don't fight dirty, we drive it clean, chasing that gold in a silver machine. Old hand steady on a worn-out wheel, gray hair shining in the dashboard steel. No crowd screaming, no cameras flash, just a quiet man in a little dash. They say we're mad, we say we're free, trading miles for memory. Every apex tells a tale of how the heart outlasts the hell. It's Tuesday night racing, smooth and fine, four wheels dancing on a white line. We don't care where we finish tonight, just the sound of the tires and the fading light. The tune, the world drifts away beneath the moon, and when I cross that line, I smile and say, still got the touch in my own kind of way. It's Tuesday night racing under soft lamplight. No kings, no crowns, just a perfect night. Same make, same car, same old flame. We race for love, not fortune or fame. Yeah. Tuesday night, just me, the wheel and the way. No rush, no rule, just a rhythm. That's the Widdowmaker way.
I turned the microphone off there. I didn't turn it off here today. Saw the end of my microphone beep. Oh, dumb twonk. Take a moment. It'll be fine. I'll carry on twatting away to myself. Chatting away to myself. Oh, what was I doing? Whilst I was so rudely interrupted, then we'll start again. Yeah, I know. I've been running around like a stuck pig tonight. Motorway was blocked, so I was 45 minutes late home. Absolute nightmare. And then it's just been a quick case of just getting things sorted and getting things done. Keeping up with the chat, catching up with emails. But it's what it is. So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Single Make Tuesday. Good evening, Hayden, or good morning, Hayden. Hello, Lee. Hello, Dodo123. Hello, Silver Surfer. Good evening, Wilkie. And then I think there's Red Desmo. Hello, sir. Good evening, Fat Man. And I'm sure Damo's there somewhere. I've got to do the chat room yet, haven't I? Yes, yes. Chat room, Discord. 2 messages. Yeah. Dum. Discord, come on, work for me. Where is it? Can't see it. There it is. Damo and JB are already in there. There we go. Oh, I've got to turn my Bluetooth off. It'll go to the car. Yeah, it's gone to the car. Stupid. There we go. Hello! How's it going? I'm chasing my ass tonight. I know I've been doing it. Look, I'm ever so sorry. I'm just so far behind the game, it's untrue. Okay, right. I just need to get this and we'll go through the results and stand-ins. Yeah, let's start there. So, here we go. So I've got a new setup going on PC screen cap. Maybe that's not the right one. Maybe it's screenshot. Which one is it? I'm sure it's PC screen cap. It is. It's PC screen cap is the one I'm using. That's not the one. That one? Not that one. That's the one. Transition. There we go. I should have been doing this long enough. So, where are we standing? We are today at Laguna. We're at, no, not Laguna, we're at Catalunya. They sound the same, don't they? And standings at the end of round 2. I believe this is round 3, isn't it now? It is, it's week 3. We have, of the runners, Red Desmo at the bottom of the pack in 12th on 27. Nice one. Luca is on 30 after last week's tyre shenanigans. Azza is currently standing. Good evening, Azza. Azza is currently standing in 33 on 10th. JB's on 51 in 9th. Mikey Morland, who's late with us tonight, he will be joining us, but he's going to arrive later. Did somebody say hello, Matthew? Has Fat Man landed? Fat Man has landed. Welcome, Fat Man. So Mikey Morland's on 68 in 8th. Dodo is in 7th on 68. Dark Star is on 76 in 6th. Frosty's on 76 in 5th. Damo's on 78 in 4th. Currently in 3rd place is Widdowmaker on 79. Fat Man, there's the man himself. He's on 80 points in 2nd place. And just 7 points ahead there is Lee in 1st. That's the update of the standings for today. Try and get my mouse to where it needs to be. And we'll switch back to the track. So yeah, all good. It's looking healthy. I've got some water. I've got some drink. We are good. Time to get some practice in. I don't know why that's the way it is, but that's where it is. Okay. Right, ladies and gentlemen. What else have we got to talk about? Steering wheel. Am I using the McLaren GT3? No. No, we're not using that. Oops. Hiya, Matthew. Oh, I've done it again. Just keep whacking the telephone, why don't you? How is the camera looking? The camera's alright there, isn't it? Yeah. 1 week till PMI. I saw a post on Facebook saying it was 9 days, but I guess it's the 25th, isn't it? That's 27, yeah, okay. It is what it is.
Yeah, 25th.
Yeah. We will see how it goes, right. Choose wheel. Choose life. Car settings. Need to get them to hards. Then we need to make sure we got relevant assistiosos on. Yes, we have not. So we got 20 minutes of practice until it's time to go and introduce the racers. So roughly 4 laps, 3 laps on each set of tyres. Roughly. We're at the short course today. Track's chosen a course by Azza, as chose the car, and it's quite a little doozy, this one. Big dangers of tonight's circuit is it's really quite gripless. On the hard tyres at least. This car's quite good though, it does offer something. By way of traction along the way.
Yes, dead.
So it's just about managing this car really on hards. Same format today, 20-minute race on hard tyres, 40-minute race on mediums and softs. And then of course tomorrow night we're going to be discussing all sorts of things Gran Turismo. And I've got a few things to do to get ready for that still. But we should be good. No. No. JB's just asked about whether I've sorted out the screen capture thing to get Discord into OBS. And there isn't a reliable method, so it's all got to happen at 8 o'clock tomorrow night when the guys join the podcast. So I've got to do that kind of in 20 minutes before the show goes live. But it shouldn't be a drama. I've been convinced by AI that it's easy to do. And then we'll just go from there. Oh yeah, I know. That's exactly what I'm expecting. That's exactly what I'm expecting. Ah. Still no price on DLC, yeah. Absolutely there isn't. They're keeping that close to their chest. They're either going to make people suffer or it's going to be a surprise. It really is bizarre how they're marketing that. But we can discuss that tomorrow night. Sure, people have lots to say tomorrow. I must admit though, right? I must admit, if this was being done, I wonder if it's for. Is it being advertised yet on PlayStation as a DLC yet? Is it up there? I don't know if it is. Racing slippers. Must be cold. Oh, okay. JB's carrying an injury. Still no price on DLC. 2 weeks to go. It's got to be the worst planned update ever. It's got to be. On the premise that we only found out that it was actually becoming a thing 2 weeks ago. And a month before release, yeah. Now, just think about other games and how that works. We normally find out well before with things like ETS and ACC. We knew long time before when the add-ons were coming out. And I've had them wishlisted on Steam for a long time before they've come out. And generally, I've known the price months before it's been released. Ugh. For us to get a penalty, I didn't.
Shit. Oops.
Frosty skipped the corner. How can I be 6.6 seconds behind? It only has 4 DLCs and all of them are for credits. Yeah, it's very badly planned, very badly done. Sounds like they're bunking them for a payday, doesn't it? The big thing I've been seeing today is complaints from people about it not being PS4 compatible. And it's like, why can't it be PS4 compatible but just remove Sophie from it? And it's like, no, I don't think you understand. The AI is Sophie. That's where they're planning to go with the future of the game. That's what they're planning. That's what they're wanting. So, not being one to be a bit of a stickler in the mud though, but surely people have moved on from PS4. They've had the PS4s for what, a lot? 9 years? Must have had them 9 years.
Easy.
Not like getting your money's worth. Let me help, 12 years. 12 years, 2 days. Yeah. Poorer countries. Yeah, probably. I know somebody was saying, but a PlayStation 5's still $1,000, and I'm thinking, it's never been $1,000. Last Christmas they were $299 in LA. And it's like, what? But then again, yeah, they do jack the price up depending on where you are, don't they? So, can't really knock people for not being able to afford it. That's not what I'm trying to insinuate. What I'm trying to say is that the PlayStation 4 is still a great machine. It still plays stuff really well, but you can't expect it to go on forever. Yeah. I suppose the only way to make people upgrade is to just start making games PS5 only. And that's what they're doing, I guess. As time moves on, that's what's happening. And that's how people will be forced into the process. Which isn't really right, really, to be forced to upgrade and... But I do like having my older PlayStations for legacy games, you know. It's great occasionally to go back and play something old style that I haven't particularly played in a long, long time. Yeah. How long have I had my PlayStation 5? I didn't get my PlayStation 5 till after, maybe a year into GT7. I probably only had mine 2 years. Maybe slightly longer. Maybe slightly longer. 2.5 years, maybe. Fat Man's 2.638 seconds ahead of me. I'm 3.295 seconds behind Damo, who's top of the tree. And that means that there's only 0.6 of a second between the top 4 guys. And there's a huge rift. Lee's keeping his powder dry, half a second behind me. Yeah, I think so. The longer we hold on to PS4, the longer it will take for PS6. Hey, Radio Horizon. I still think the PS4 Pro is a decent machine. It plays GTA very, very well, but like you say, Radio Horizon there saying he had to turn his off. He hated it because of the noise of the fan. Yeah. That thing happens. Oof. I need a moment to read that, what Wilkie's just said. F1 2026 will be a downloadable add-on DLC. No new game until 2027. Hey, Keely! I screwed that, didn't I? It's only the outlet. Yeah, it's... Again, we'll discuss tomorrow night. It's... Oh, welcome to the channel, Horizon. Where did Horizon go? There he is. Not so bad, chicken, not so bad. Interesting discussion on the text this afternoon about where people live. Midlands seemed quite popular, but Surrey seems to feel that it's the best place in the country, and Manchester also feels it's pretty special.
If it's special, yeah.
Except you live there. That's true. That is true. Right, we're 0.7 of a second behind Matthew now, and 1.7 behind the leaders. And that doesn't help. End up in the gravel. For the old Formula One. How does Damo get a penalty as he goes past me? That'll teach you. I'll just give him out. Got it. And then he brakes early. There's a grey post on the right hand side with a camera on it, Damo. That's the one. Yeah. I can't get a good lap in. It's a good job these tyres don't burn down very quickly. So we're looking like a 5th place today, are we? What about the Lee's behind us, so let's make that 6th. Yeah, I don't know. I don't play F1 I don't play F1 at all. Hello. I know I've got a copy of F1 2023, but I've just never turned it on. I've never installed it. So I don't trust this car at this track. I'm very reserved with it. A little bit closer. 0.4 behind Matthew. Half a second. Only 8 days till I get my brakes back. Allegedly. First time you've not got a free copy of F1. How does that work, Wilkie? Who have you been cozying up to? Hang in the right channels and giveaways. Well, that's better. That's put us up to somewhere reasonable. Frosty's top of the tree now. Damo's gone past us on the straight. I must not be short shifting this right. There's that half a second. And then I'll push you off the track. Yeah, just deliberately, just kind of drive through you kind of thing, expecting you to ghost, and you didn't. Which is what I tell everybody not to do. I saw where you got that penalty though, Damo. Last lap then, last chance of a qualifier. Practice qualifier, here we go. You started in 2019 getting free copies. Wow. Like me with Tiger Woods, I guess, in the end. Theme Park World. All the other games I worked on back for EA back then. I'm hoping this really is a much better race than what we had on No Assist Saturday. That was horrible at Blue Moon. I'm also praying for a no cut-off from the wheel. We've had cut-offs for the last 2 days, haven't we? Last 2 times out racing, the wheels failed. So... and we ran off the track. How nice. Okay. There we go. We're somewhat ready to go. Somewhat ready to start. Let's just bring this back to where we would be. That one. And then over to so Frosty's top of the tree in his Minions motor. He's done a 1:15.506. That's a nice lap. Nice lap. Good little livery that as well. I like that a lot. I do like the wheels act independently, and the hub, what they call them, the fenders, work independently of the rest of the body. They're quite cool. Little minion bounces up and down. Yeah, so Frosty, his times aren't right there. We must have done that quicker lap earlier on, but it says 15.988's his fastest lap. That's because Lee's gone fastest, 15.506. Ah, Frosty's got a 15.988. I see. So over to Dodo. Dodo's 0.4 behind. As you can see, Dodo is in the Dodo liveried white machine. The red helmet looks like a Schumacher kind of helmet, kind of thing. He'll correct me. He'll tell me I'm right or wrong. I know he will. They say he's 0.4 behind Frosty, but 0.0085 ahead of Fatman, so that looks like an interesting battle setting up for the day. Really moving. Fat Man we've just spoken about. Fat Man's just hooning down the track. He's got Dodo behind him as he goes round into the short complex where the what kind of track is it called? It's called the Rallycross, isn't it? The Rallycross track area. It's a shame they don't do this circuit variant without that chicane. It would be a much faster part of the track. A little bit easier to negotiate. Yes, they did. I watched that just now as I was eating dinner. I thought Ruby was Ruby and Ginger were both very, very funny. But I like the way he ate camel toe. Excuse the phrase. Yeah, Popper's about. Popper's not racing tonight, but he'll be about. He'll sit silently in the background shouting. I'm sure he will. He'll definitely say hello to you though, Keely. So Paul's in third on the charts. Dodo was just ahead of him just there, but Paul's 0.845 from the back, but he's 0.3 behind Fat Man. So he's just getting into the rhythm of things. He's just arrived in the circuit, so he's just getting his eyes in. See him there, number 88 with the Red Bull kind of livery. Copper and navy. Works very well, that blend of colours. JB just carrying the penalty there, but he's got, look, probably a carbon painted framed car by the looks of it. Grey and black, red accents. Ah, Lee's saying TV's too far away. JB will just whiz round. What's he done? A 1:16.880. That was his fastest lap. So he's only a second, less than a second off the front. That's not too bad. Red Desmo, of course, in the red splendour with his Puma and Shell badges. He's got to have a new one on there. He always adds a livery every race, a decal every race. What's he added? Can't see one. He's not added one. He's been too busy with family visits and shop moves. He's too busy. It's not an issue. He will find the time. So what's red? He's on a 1:19.392. And then we go into the non-runners and riders. Widdowmaker, of course. Lee in the Joker coloured car. Anything in 15s is an awesome lap. Who's done 15s? Let's have a look. Frosty's done. Lee's done one. Frosty's done one. Fat Man's done one. 15.9 on a bad lap. JB's done 17. Red. Widow. No. Dodo's got a done one. Dodo's got a done one. Damo's only 0.181 back. Dodo's in there. I haven't done one. I'm not that awesome. 0.6. No, I'm 16.1-ish. Who else have we missed? Have we missed anybody? Can't see anybody we've missed. Oh, Scotland 1, Denmark 1. We're expecting Scotland to lose, aren't we, really? TV's too far away. TV's too close. Stop wobbling your head. Oh, I've got delicate ears tonight. Headphones crimping them up. So what have we got? Oh, Frosty's gone off the track. We've got round about 8 minutes, gentlemen. Helmet and suit is from Charles Leclerc, number 16, 2025 livery. Understood? He did correct me. That's a bit personal. I don't know whether you mean wobble your head or my helmet. It is what it is. So... just looking at that livery, it's just so many eyes all over it. So many eyes. How many races have we got today then? Let's have a look. We got 9? We've got 9. Still have a third of a lobby to go. Be nice to fill them up. Need to get some more races. Might have to do a bit of a recruitment drive for the new season in the new year. See if we can get people signed up for, you know, start of February for season 17. That might be good. I'm hoping we get a few people registered for the Triple Crown. That might be nice too. Let's just have a nosy in there and see who we got. Triple Crown, View Championship, View Drivers. We've only got 4 people registered for the Triple Crown, so do go out there, folks. Do pick it up. It starts on the 6th of January, and it runs for 2 weeks. Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. But we'll talk about that again tomorrow night. If we can get people to sign up, that would be tremendous. But maybe it's too far away for people just to commit. It's only 4 weeks till Christmas. 5 weeks to Christmas, folks. 5 weeks to Christmas. Can you believe that? 6 minutes to 6 minutes to qualification, gentlemen. If you want to get your cigarette in, now's the time. Denmark down to 10 men. If we get more people in, we can then ban Dodo. This is true. Don't think we want to do that though, because we'd be 1 down. We'd be 3. I'd be 3 likes down, that's for sure. I'd very much be 3 likes down. Keely's off to bed. Oh, too much information. Good night, Keely. You take care. I can't do it. My missus does it. My missus goes, "It's work tomorrow, I'm going to have an early night." It's like, nah. If it's work tomorrow, I'll go to bed later. It's too far for you to sing for another league. When do you sing, Dodo? Dodo's a singer, is he? You mean sign? I think Dodo could have been a singer too. Lee's afraid that you'll be faster. We all are afraid you'll be faster than Lee. Christ. Wow. Lee agrees. Look at all those eyes. Well, you're practicing the long game, aren't you? You're practicing that no stop. We know. You're honing that time. Oh, you mean sign. We prefer you singing. Gotta sing, Dodo. Crazy Frog and all that. Yeah, for Make-A-Wish. JB says he'll sponsor you. Yeah. Actually, that's another thing to talk about tomorrow night. Sponsorships for Make-A-Wish. Big Popper's come up with a brilliant idea for you guys. It's a great idea. Some big announcements tomorrow night. Should work out nicely. Yeah. Some big ideas. Yeah. I think so. Just watching these get their laps in, burning themselves out. Look, they'll be tired by the time we get to the opening 20-minute. Yeah?
Not got crabs, you can't be.
No. Not got rid of them since the last time. I've been keeping them in a jar. Right. Okay. Is that how it works? 2 minutes, gentlemen. Go to Twitch. Check Twitch. Right, we've checked Twitch. What else is doing? Oh, right. I still haven't got my clock back. My clock's right down there, isn't it? It's probably the wrong time to start getting that right now. My head'll bang that. Yeah, no, there's no way we're getting that. No. We'll get the clock tonight when we've finished. I haven't got my 14.5-inch touchscreen here yet because I haven't got my cables yet. They're arriving tomorrow. I've had to buy some long ones. Yeah. I bought mine off Amazon. Gentlemen, it's 21:14. As soon as that turns 21:15, I am going to announce unofficial 10. I ended up spending 70 quid on cables. Ridiculous. Absolutely stupid. Gentlemen, unofficial 10 for qualifying. Check your tyres. Official 10 seconds starting now, gentlemen. I hope everybody's ready. Best of luck, everybody. This is your 10 minutes of qualifying at the Spanish National GP circuit. National circuit GP. It's the short one in Spain. Use any tyres you like. Set your fastest lap. We'll see you at the end of 10 minutes. Best of luck. Here we go. Let's see if we can come 6th on the quali. It's a short lap here. With the short lap being the case, we may want to hit in and change tyres, or we just actually keep burning the rubber up, because these softs will last a while. Oh, we just missed the apex there, didn't we? The fastest lap will be a 15, we know that, don't we? Will the fastest lap actually be a 14? That would be a really good shout. Somebody could put a 14 in. And my wheels locked up.
Just disappeared off the screen. Yeah, you just popped back away. Literally just then as well. It was someone went right down as well.
Let's hope that's the only one, eh? Trying to look, see who's around me if I unconnect. Right, we're back on and running. Good evening, Tia. You just missed Keely. Keely's just gone to bed. Nice to see you, member. I didn't mean it's nice to see your member. I meant it's nice to see you as a member. Forgive the expression. You're welcome. We're in last spot. Last place. Interesting. I'm trying to keep my thoughts real about these disconnects, and I think I've got to go through that. I've got to get that temporary update, haven't I? I've got to do that tomorrow. I've got to get in touch with Maurice and get that installed before Friday. I'm fed up with it. Properly fed up with it. Comes at the critical time, doesn't it? Doesn't do it in practice. It does it just when you're trying to do something. Right, we've got 4 minutes, just under. We got ourselves out of trouble, out of traffic, and we're in a position where we've got clear traffic ahead of us, so... Still feeling very apprehensive, Tia, thank you. I think I'm going to be. I am nervous. But I'm more worried about the production side of things and keeping things right. And I don't know whether to sit in my race rig and do it and have all these screens available, or whether to sit at my desk and move my cameras. I've got to have that thought process tonight after the stream and work out where I need to be. I think I want to be in this chair, to be honest, and I've got all the screens to use. But I got the light in then, and I don't need to move anything, and everything sort of works. Don't know. Lots to decide. Let's see where we can go. This will be the end of my first flyer. There's a 16,156. People are into the 15s. Jeebus. Dodo's got a 15,886. That's tremendous. I'm in 6th place, quarter of a second away from the front of the pack. Slower. Oh, we got this final lap here. We're on the last one with the last racer. We blew it just there. Yeah. My race chair isn't that uncomfortable. I just don't know about sitting for 2.5 hours and chatting. I'm usually sat in a position where I can do stuff. I think we're down to 7th. Half a second. Lee's gone top. Frosty second. Dodo third. Wowzers. Yeah, nowhere near. Oh. It's decent though, isn't it? Look at that table above us. That's fast. That's very fast. That's the end of qualifying already. Screenshot that bad boy. I lost my steering wheel.
Disappeared off track and come back on track and all sorts.
Yeah, my wheel locked up. I had to unplug it all, restart it, reset it. So, tricky stuff. Yeah, I was having a moan about that whilst it was resetting.
Is this a Fanatec problem for that DD Extreme still? Or is it just, I don't know, bad luck?
I think it's all Fanatec wheels, I think, with the update. 2 updates ago.
Yeah, got the trouble as well. I've seen it out the other time.
So's Dodo. Dodo's got the same problem. Lee's going to have that same problem in a couple of weeks too.
You should go Logitech. Very reliable. Never have issues.
Yeah, Lee's got the same. Lee says the same. I completely agree. I was torn between Fanatec and Logitech right when I was buying the first DD wheel, and I made the mistake. However, Red Desmo comes in 10th. He's 2.5 seconds off the pace. A 1:18.2. Mikey in 9th, just under 2 seconds behind. 1:17.6. Dodo's on his third day without any problems. Don't jinx it. I didn't do that. I've had my jinx. JB's in 8, 1.3 down, a 116.9 inside the 17s. Then there's quite a big jump to me in 7th, half a second off the pace. So that big gap there, 0.8 of a second from 8th to 7th. We're in the 116.1s. Fat Man's in 6, a 116.154.002 ahead. And Paul there, who was top of the tree at one point, a 116.120.514 behind the leaders. And that is just half a second between, in reality, 7th to the front of the pack. Damo in 4th, he's into the 15s, a 115.909.303 behind the leader. Dodo, who was also leading the pack, a 115.886.28 behind. Frosty with a great lap, a 115.6, that is shifting some. 115.692, he's only 0.086 behind the leader. And the leader today, the person that gets the maximum points, is Neo, is Lee, 115.606. We knew he was keeping his powder dry. No, 0.086 isn't. I mean, look at that. Half a second in reality between 1st and 7th. And that's pretty good going. 2-all, is it? 9 minutes to go for Scotland. Automatic qualification slipping out of their fingers. So there it is. Points go to the first 3 places in qualifying. So it's a good result for everybody. And if you would like to place the correct tyres on your vehicle, that would be hards, gentlemen. Not mediums, Widdowmaker, as you did the other week. Nope. I did want softs, didn't I? I've just put racing softs on. I don't think that's going to work. But, gentlemen, when you're good and ready, we'll go. Excellent. I'm going to give you the unofficial 10. 10 races. Happy days. Gentlemen, official 10 starting now. Oh, what happened then? Something just popped through. What was that? Don't know what that was. Here we go. Gentlemen, this is your 20-minute race on hard tyres. It's a new stream. It's a new subscriber, Mr. JT Wetman. Thank you very much, sir. It's a standing start. Penalties apply. Turn 1's a bit of a slider here, so just take it steady round the corner, but we'll race you to the end. 20 minutes of pure hard tyre fun. Enjoy. We'll see you there. I do not know what happened there. Fat Man took a sharp left hand. My assumption is his wheel was angled the wrong way as he left the line. He had his wheel one complete turn incorrectly placed, I think. Well, that completely naffed me off the start line, didn't it? Poor Fat Man. Now I've got to battle my way through. Lucky we didn't get any damage. That's Red Desmo gone off to the left. Well, let's just settle in. Let's just try and rationalise what happened. Incident off the start line. It looks like Fat Man's wheel was rotated the wrong way. He was probably one turn fully to the left. And Then we lost Red Desmo out to the left. And then Mikey was looking slow through the sharp corner, sharp 90, almost 180. And we've managed to make it up to 7th place, so no harm, no foul. We're 1 place different. JB was slow out of there. Lee's pulling away. Dodo's just slid off to the right on the hards. We're up to 5th. We'll just try and latch on to Paul. Lee's got the fastest lap at 1:20.235. JB's just missed his braking point. It's very difficult to see the brake lights illuminate on these cars. I think it's the hot, bright Spanish sun. Scotland just missed one. That needs to be 3rd gear out of there. The wheel spin's ridiculous. Just had to lift there. I had the run on Paul big time. We're trying hard to just keep in the groove. We overshot out the draft. We've got to get the right run out the final corner. Paul beat us to it that time. We can be faster than that. Come on. 5 minutes gone, 5 laps in. Lee leads from Damo. Have we lifted enough to prevent a penalty? I think we did. Silver's just spotted Tears in the room. Lee's dipped into the 19s, look. Wow. Right. I don't know if Tia's she just bobbed in. I don't know whether she's just bobbed out again. She just bobbed in to say hello. Mikey's got past JB and Dodo. Just being rude. Possibly. I think she might be tired and away to bed. Paul making his car exceptionally wide here today. We tried it round the outside and we made it stick. Paul did very generously there to leave me room. Just gone past the 10-minute mark, so we've got 10 minutes to try and catch 7 seconds to Frosty. Oh! I didn't change down to second, and I probably should have. Scotland are 3-2 up. 2 minutes to go. Wowzers. I'll leave him the door open because he was very late on the brakes there. Probably get a penalty now. Because I'm not going to lift, I'm not going to block, I got the penalty. And the penalty is where? Back there? Or is it a start-finish line? It's start-finish line on this circuit, isn't it? Tyre wear is non-existent on these tyres. They just don't have anything, so... No, the half-second penalty's here. So we've got to do that all again. Probably got half-second penalty there as well. We do. Arse bandit. Dodo's wheel cut off. Right, we're going to lose half a second here, so come on. Got to keep that catch up. Six minutes to try and make the pass and get to the line first. He's had enough respite, enough opportunity. Oh, my wheel's gone again. Absolute flaps. Oh, you bastard. Fanatic. And JB's got past me as well. Dirty dog muffins. Scotland 4-2 up. I'm fuming. Absolutely chuffing fuming. Consigned to be 7th. I was 5th. Made even harder with a bloody penalty. Fuming. Absolutely raging. And I need to calm down, but... Oh, okay. There's something called over-defending. He's not... Even if I get alongside him, he's not going to let me past. So, he's not going to give up the position for nothing, so... And another chuffing penalty. Ball bags. I give up. He's looking in his mirrors. He's actually driving for me to be behind him. He's actually just blocking me off the circuit now. I'm going to take that to the stewards, definitely. Over-defending. Completely. Ah. Fucking fuming. That wasn't unlucky, Mikey. It's alright, Matthew. Not your fault. It looked to me like your wheel was one complete rotation to the left. You actually left the line with your wheels at an angle.
Got it perfectly straight.
Well, I think you'll find it was probably turned. That's why you lost it.
Did you have a disconnection?
2. But I will be taking your defensive drive into the stewards, sir. Because I think you over-defended there on a number of occasions.
Oh,
But that's between me and the stewards, so we'll go there. So. Not spectate. That button. I can't get the right button. There it is.
I went stupid so far, I'll shut. Yeah.
Dun 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 video. Save replay. And then post it.
That'll start the Christmas decorations, mate.
Oh no, what's she hanging?
Decoration.
I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Why? What is wrong with my controller? Why?
Soft down, Jim.
I'm not. I can't get out. There we go. There we go. I was pressing the right button and it was pressing go, which is weird. Okay, Fat Man had an unfortunate incident off the start line. Completely cut across the track, across me. Made me stand in start again. And unfortunately that wrecked his race, but 107 back, a 120.867. Red Desmo in 9th, a 122.068, 53 seconds back.
Jim, I'm going to leave this race tonight. I'm just too slow, Jim.
It's all good experience, mate. If you're not enjoying it, though, I get it. I get it.
I know.
It's all right, mate.
I'm not. Yeah. So I'll pop in again, but nah, too slow.
All right, mate. No worries.
Okay.
Cheers, pal.
See ya.
Take care. Dodo comes in 8th and another suffered an unfortunate wheel disconnect. He actually gave me another half-second penalty. 41.688 back, 119.986. So still a decent quick lap. Well done, Dodo. We come in 7th. 2 wheel disconnects and stupid penalties for whatever reasons, I don't know. 2 behind Paul, which just seemed unreasonable, and then 2 behind Mikey, which just frustrated the death out of me. But yeah, Mikey comes in 6th, 40 seconds back, 121.993. Probably a second slower than the majority of the thing, but I couldn't even get a decent lap in, so stuck behind everybody. JB in 5th, 120.804, 31 seconds back, and Paul comes in 4th, 120.455. Frosty comes in 3rd for the podium, 8 seconds back, 120.148. Probably is genuinely 3rd fastest lap, 4th on the fastest lap list. Damo comes in 2nd, 4.5 seconds back, 119.687, which isn't far behind the fastest lap of Lee, but Lee takes the total points. 20 minutes 9 seconds 8.57 and a fastest lap of 119.595. To understand how quick that is on hard tyres, it's a long stretch ahead. But congratulations to the guys on the podium. I'm now going to turn the track round and we'll move on to the next one. So, here we go. No, it ain't gonna. I'll probably quit for the first time. Probably will. I'm about fed up with it. And, we've had about 10 days of no real incidents with it, and then it's just started again. It's as though they've made a server-side setting change, and I don't know how they could do that. But I haven't seen any updates behind the scene. Say again?
No problems on Gran Turismo, right?
I didn't have any disconnects in the rally game. Can't remember. Assetto Corsa Rally. Had that on for 3 hours. Had no disconnects, but I did have no force feedback for about an hour.
A lot of people did, didn't they?
Yeah, a lot of the videos show that, but it's just a question of connecting it up to your Fanatec thing and getting the program into Fanatec, and then you're away.
Yeah.
Right, where do I go to get my screenshots?
Because you had one in qualifying as well, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, that's 3 disconnects today. It genuinely feels like they've made a server-side change.
3.5 an hour, effectively, isn't it?
Yep. And Dodo's had one. But he hasn't had any problems for 3 days, and then they start again.
How does Scotland do anyway?
Day 132.
That means they're in the World Cup then?
Shame, really. So...
It's just Scots and... Like, yeah, it would have been embarrassing if they didn't make it 48-team World Cup.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got a long way to go there, haven't you? We're going to go that way.
Well, at least they'll get in the cup for 1 round.
Yeah, they'll get 3 games, I think, won't they?
Is it still 3 games from the 48 team?
Oh, there might not be. There might be 8 groups, might there? 8, 9, 6... Ooh. I don't know how many groups there's going to be. I'm not saying... Oh, come on, stop this again. You stupid pain in the arse piece of shit. That one. I haven't joined the grid yet, have I? I am fuming. I am absolutely fucking fuming. Stop joining the fucking grid, you piece of shit. I'm on. Okay, change the grid.
Who's M007 Reno?
I don't know, I'll kick him when we get to it. So it's Fat Man goes on the front. Red Desmo's dropped. Then it's Dodo. Then it's Mikey. Then it's JB. Then it's Paul. Then it's Frosty. Then it's Damo. Then it's Lee. I know who that is, but unfortunately he's got to go. Gentlemen, are you good?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Make sure you got your right tyres on. Unofficial 10, gentlemen. Official 10 seconds starting now. This is your 40-minute race on mediums and softs. It's Spain. So far it's been a bastard, so watch out for turn 1. And we'll see you at the end. Best of luck, everybody. This one should be a decent one-stopper.
This is soft and mediums, isn't it? Yeah. Guess they're not good.
Oh, God, I feel horrible. Did not enjoy race 1 at all. Did not enjoy qualifying. And I've got a funny feeling I'm not going to enjoy this one either. Just waiting for the wheel to kick out and just quit. Right. Fat man with a 16.467. It is easier to chase sometimes than it is to lead. I think he's just getting his mojo back from race 1, so it'll just take him a little while to get into the tyres and work out what the car wants to do. Matthew quicker by 0.33. That'll be a penalty. We're lucky. Constipating too much. Lee gets the fastest lap of 16.192. So we lead. Fat Man in 2. JB in 3. Dodo 4. Frosty 5. Damo in 6. Lee in 7. Mikey in 8. Who does that make 9? 9, that makes... I can't remember. Think I'm leaving my foot in. Yeah, that was the half second we kind of expected. We overran that apex, didn't we? We were lucky not to get the penalty at the top of the hill, so that's is what it is. It's Paul, isn't it? That's who's last place. And he's a little way back. Maybe he started on the mediums.
Nearly 30 seconds. Ridiculous. Very good.
We're going to give up half a second to Matthew here. We might be okay. He could have had a spin. I didn't see anything, but I wasn't concentrating. Okay. Back onto it. 16 again. Dodo's just on a 15.6. He's in 3rd spot. The medium tyres are going to be the difference, aren't they? Lee is still back in 6th, fighting his way through traffic. And Fat Man's not backing off at all. Well, I see Frosty catching Fat Man slowly in the background. Oh, Dodo's catching Fat Man, but Frosty's catching Dodo. I saw him. I saw the yellow of his car. We know these tyres will go the whole distance. So who's going to be able to save the fuel? That's going to be the trick. Who's going to have been saving the fuel, short shifting, getting those extra lap on softs to give them That little advantage. It's not a little advantage, it's a huge advantage. (16.176). That's our fastest. Half a lap to go, so we're going to end up around about 14 minutes to go on mediums. That sounds about right. (15.982). We've only managed to get a second on Fat Man. To get a purple at the second split is pretty reassuring. Slow through the complex though. (15.8). Still only a second ahead of Matthew. He's putting in lap times as well. He continues to close in on us. I generally don't know whether I'm saving fuel or making fuel. I don't know. 8.4. It was 10.2 when we were going across the line, so I guess I'm stretching the fuel just a little way. Matthew's putting in decent lap times. Look, he's took 0.3, 0.6 out of us. And he's just got himself a penalty unless he lifted. Has he got a penalty? Yes. We saw him ghost, so we should try and make something of that. 1.8 seconds the difference. Six. We should try and get that to 7. 15.744, fastest lap. Matthew's taken 0.2 out of us. Tyres are looking okay. Slid that mother hump around there. That wasn't supposed to happen. Tyres are just starting to scrub now. We dropped that curb right between the wheels. I wonder if that was cheeky naughty. It was a slow lap. Dodo's fastest lap feels like a good one. It looks like it's gonna, feels like it's gonna keep fastest lap for a while. We're all gonna be on mediums at the end, I think. Except Paul, who's probably gonna be on softs and charging through. What we've got to try and do... Oh, that's Lee gone fastest. There was me just saying Dodo's lap looks like a decent one for a while, and it gets beaten by over a tenth. Matthew's not given up either. Matthew's battling. He's took half a second out of us. We know we had that little slip at the top of the hill. maybe 5 laps more. I think Matthew had another penalty. There it is, 4 laps. So we've got enough to do 4 more. We're 3.2 ahead. It took a long time to get that lead. And all it takes is one wheel disconnect to lose it. There's another second gone there for Matthew. Dodo's passed him. Different battle. So, what's next? Where are we going? What are we thinking? Fuel to get to the end. We said we'd be coming in with like 14 minutes to go. We're going to be a little beyond that. That's probably a penalty. I probably straddled that way too much. The car didn't turn. Yeah, we've lost a second over that lap. 16.8, half a second gone. Damien's in. First one for tyres and fuel. And Dodo is flying. I'm just not trusting my tyres quite as much as I probably should. We've definitely got one more lap. I think Frosty's gone in as well. Definitely one more lap. Dodo's gone in. Lee's gone in. Batman stayed out. Laps to go. I would say 10 laps with 12 minutes remaining, 1 minute 20. If I take 10 laps of fuel, that's got to be enough. Mediums, 10 laps. Fatman on nothing. Who's gone through? Frosty's in as well. So JB's going to go on through, I think, is he? JB's going to stretch his fuel, yep. 10 laps of fuel, here we go. I think 9 laps might do it, but it's going to be a long stationary stop. Now it's mediums. Got to account for the fact that the tyres have changed. I've just got to try and keep it cool. 10 minutes to go. Took too much fuel. I'm losing time to Dodo. Just burn the fuel. So JB's in, not started taking fuel yet. Just started taking his fuel, so. 4.9. There's around about 5 laps to go. Got to be losing a second a lap here. And I'm probably gonna be, the way this car's reacting. The sun is changing angle. It's not quite so hot on the track anymore. Cheers, Big Popper. Keely was looking for you earlier, wanted to say hi, so I'll pass on her welcomes and thanks and hellos. Yeah, there's Lee as well, isn't there? Yeah, that's true. They're eating me away slowly. I've just got to make sure I hit these braking markers. Four minutes 30 to go. I've missed it. I've missed it. I was looking at my braking marker and it just wasn't there. Bastard. Got dirty tyres as well. Arse. I was just looking for that braking marker and it wasn't there. It changed. I think the shadow was across it. It's a white piece of tape down the wall. Absolute numchuck. I knew that would change. That's what I worried about when I saw the shadows changing. I haven't been using the shadows deliberately because they're the worst thing to use. So Paul's made his way up. I think Paul's on softs. That is what it is. We've had such a terrible day. That's to be expected. There's the extra shadows appeared after my braking marker. That's what it was. Be lucky to get a podium now. Oh well. You're not going to salvage much, but... That's what happens when you set off on mediums. You have to plan how many laps you're going to go. And then you're on softs whilst everybody else is on worn softs. And then when they're on mediums, you're probably putting in that better lap. But it comes down to just the law of averages at the end. What's the average lap time on a worn soft versus brand new mediums? We're going on to the last lap then. Lee's going to take the full Grand Prix points today. Everything, full washout, full wipeout, the total lot. I wish I knew what it was that just... what you find at some point. Sometimes you find the perfect setting, the perfect setup. You understand how the car wants to go. You understand where it wants to be. What the throttle position is. All that comes together and it just snaps. It happened for Sam. It's happened for Lee. And I know there's a lot of natural talent in there as well, but at some point you start to get used to it. You start to get it right. And I just haven't found that. I just wish my equipment was better. Lee's just picked up half a second penalty. We're more than half a second back though, aren't we? Oh, that's a shame. Well done, Lee. Well done, Lee. Ah. Second's not so bad, though. Not so bad. Oof. That was one hell of a race. We only finished 0.2 behind at the end. With his penalty. Could have been so different. I didn't deserve that. I didn't deserve that at all, Lee, but thank you. I cocked that up by missing the braking point, and that was all me, nothing else. Just the sun changed, I noticed it that half lap before, and then the shadows cast across my braking marker. Look, see, you can see it just down there, those tall trees casting shadows on the wall. Absolutely arse. So, button, that one, that's the one. But it is what it is. Right, save the replay. Let's have a talk about it, let's see what happened. Congratulations everybody, that looked like a good race behind. Mikey comes in just...
It was the last few laps. It was.
Yeah, Mikey comes in courtesy of the cut off the one lap down, but I don't think that's true. A 1:17.173 fastest lap. JB in 8th, having led for a lap at round about lap 25, which was a decent shout. He made his petrol go a long way. 18 seconds down. Say again.
I think about 3 laps more than everyone else.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you went in one lap after. Oh, were you? Yeah, you might have done actually. Yeah. 1:16.248 was his fastest lap, and that's. Yeah, it is where it is. Damo in 7th. I didn't see. Oh wow, 12 seconds down. 1:15.720 fastest lap. That's in the 15s. Cool, chihuahua. Frosty in 6th. Now, I saw Frosty up the front somewhere, but that must have changed with pit stops. 10 seconds back, 1:15.987. Paul was behind me at one point, looking like he was ready to take second. Went out on the mediums to start with, I think, then swapped early.
6 laps of mediums. I thought I calculated it well with the fuel, but I was just running too low in the last couple of laps.
Okay, yeah, so I had to back out. Yeah.
Last bend.
So Paul's tried the alternate strategy. He ran the mediums first, did 6 laps on mediums, switched over, filled up, and went for it from there. And it really worked. It really did. 7 seconds back, just had to back off on the fuel. And a 1:16.033. Fat Man comes in 4th. Better result for Fat Man after race 1. 2:19.918 back from the leaders. And a 1:15.732. You were pushing hard. You were not far behind me, Matthew, at all. Kept closing that gap.
I just dropped off a little bit.
You were getting the odd penalty along the way as well, which didn't help you, but yeah. So Dodo comes in 3rd. Dodo says, Lee stole my fastest lap. Shame on him. We did watch him do that. We did watch him. We were talking about your fastest lap, saying that's not going to get beaten at this time of the race. And then next lap, boom, it went. So you were only 2 seconds down from second, and a 1:15.551. It was the commentator, absolutely was. Widdowmaker comes in 2nd, 0.2 behind. We were a little bit further back than that. We were 1.1 when Lee picked up a half-second penalty. But it looks like it's actually given him the full second there. It's not knocked off half a second. It's taken off a full second. Our fastest lap was a 15.744, which puts us probably 4th on the fastest lap list. So nothing particularly fast. And then Lee, 40 minutes 39.918 with a 1 second penalty at the end. Fastest lap of 1:15.456. He takes the Grand Slam. Lee says Jim jinxed it, so blame him. I kind of was thinking to myself, if I can just squeeze up to you and you get a penalty, and lo and behold, you did run that corner too tight. Well, you went wide, didn't you, on the hairpin? That's where you picked the penalty up from, and then you started getting a bit desperate going across a couple of corners, and I nearly caught you, but it is what it is. Can I just say, folks, that was tremendously difficult, and I think there was some great racing on out there, and with the people that had the wheel disconnects, me included, I think that was incredibly frustrating. So I do apologise if I've bawled out, shouted, sworn a little bit more than I would normally. I apologise for that. And Mikey as well, I apologise for being short with you. I was more angry at the race than I was at you. So my apologies, my friend. I didn't mean to be bolshy. I should have actually commended you on your driving. So well done, Mikey, and well done, folks. What's next? Friday. Where are we going Friday? Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Damo's going to nip off and do the timing. I think that's who's nipped out of the... that's who's dropped out of the chat. That's who went bing bong. Schedule. Laguna, he's 100% right.
That car was a lot looser on this track than it was any other track.
This circuit is particularly known for being dusty. Properly dusty.
The amount of times I was coming around the platform and it was just drifting around at the time.
Yeah. I can't see it. There it is. It doesn't want to, does it? Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Good description. Weighs the same as a king-size Mars bar, yeah. Especially nowadays when the king-size Mars bar is particularly small.
And this is what we do notice Saturday.
It is. It is. Have I already clicked save? No, I don't think I have. I thought they might be banned now, mightn't they? Laguna in the Viper. Oh, there's some chat gone on. Lee's had chat removed. Lee's had 3 chats removed. Dodo says, I'm sweating from all this close racing. Jack said, oh, Silver Surfer says, commentator's curse, yeah. Dodo says, well done to Frosty, Paul and others. Can't remember right now, but fair close fights, clean and well done. Streamlads tells Lee to stop swearing for the 4th time. Laguna in the Viper, F you me. That's how he's found out. That's what he was doing. Wow. That was incredibly frustrating. I'm just surprised the wheel didn't cut off in the last race. Just being an absolute dog. Now this race is going to be frustrating. He says this is going to be frustrating. I don't think it will be. I think it will be all about... Is it going to be fuel use or tyres, do you think? Fuel's going to be tight, I think. It might be a one-stop 20-minute race. Maybe. It was close to being a one-stop 20-minute race at Atlanta. All the best, my friend. Take care. Good racing. I like the alternate strategies you bring. Yeah, yeah. Adios. There's a couple of people don't race here, so I think has Matthew gone already? No, Matthew's still here. Matthew's still here. Yeah. You came straight off the start line, straight left. There was no hesitation, it just shot left.
Yeah, that's what I saw. Literally just... It's almost like being on the wheel, and let down the wheel, behind Jim, it literally looked like you'd just launched, facing the wall, and just gone straight to the wall, and it went up like a bird. By the time I launched, the time I was Jim, I was straight.
And my guess is your red dot was straight down the middle. It wasn't anywhere else. So your wheel wasn't turned, it just reacted badly off the start line. Giving it the beans. Did you drop the clutch, held it on the handbrake, or did you just dump the throttle? You had it on foot brake, okay. And it just... Yeah. And it just broke free and just went left. I know, you just ended up on the front of my car. I had nowhere to go. I was 5 car lengths back after them, Matthew. I don't think it's you. Yeah, no worries. I don't think it was you, pal. Just one of them things off the line. It just stopped me dead in my tracks. Yeah. Lagging? Oh, okay. That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Provisional results are in. Dodo's still pissed off at wheel. Now here's the thing, folks. If there was a server issue, it would affect everybody, because my PlayStation would be the one communicating with all of you and hosting the race. So again, if it was my internet, I think everyone would have experienced me lagging in some way, shape, sense or form. So I think it was probably a local problem. I do know I get throttled a little bit in the early evening, and then from about 9 o'clock my internet sort of gets better, but being on the edge of the city, etc. I should still get decent internet. I should still get 1400, 1.4, but maybe not. I don't know. I'll have a look into it. Same part of the circuit or different parts?
Same part of the circuit.
Okay. Don't know what that is. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
That's where I noticed it when go through, yes, that first set of S. Yeah. When you're on the right-hand side.
There it is.
As soon as it went towards the curve, it was just like you skipped a little bit side to side.
So Damo's done the results provisionally. Dodo says no problem with the stream or lagging or anything. Everything's still been running. So provisionally standing. So Luca then, having missed this round, 30 points. Azza missed this round as well, 33. Red Desmo skipped the second race today. He's on 39 in 10th. JB to 85 in 9th. Mikey Morland on 92 in 8th. Dodo in 7th on 105. Fat Man in 6th on 113. Dark Star on 114 in 5th. Frosty on 116, tied with Damo in 3rd, 116. And then Widdowmaker on 117. So it's incredibly tight between 6th and 2nd. Really, one race can change all that. But Lee stands out head and shoulders above everybody. 20 points clear after race 3 on 137. But yeah, looking at that, it's pretty much neck and neck racing for Mikey, JB, Dodo a little bit in the middle, but then 113, 114, 116, 116, 117. Really, anybody between 6th and 2nd can really stand head and shoulders. So depending on what the drop race is, what the drop round is at this point, this could all change, with the final round being particularly poor for me. So I know I'm going to get dumped and dropped, so it is what it is. So that's where we are. Yeah, Damo and Frosty on 116. That is tight. I just want to double check something. Just make sure that I've got the latest points. Yeah, that's what they are. That's where we are. Happy days. Thank you, Damo. Appreciate it. Thank you to all the racers.
time you tried to get past the trench, you tried that once.
I tried twice to dummy her, yeah.
So I saw you go to the left each time, well, just braking that slight bit out there,
Yeah.
just to keep us quite to the right as I can. And then I saw you go to the right hand side. I was like, oh, he's actually going to go.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not where I had my problems. I had my problems where you were taking the middle of the track and watching for which way I was going to go. That's where my frustration came with getting past you or trying to get past you. You were actually waiting for the move rather than defending the line. You were waiting for me to move and then you were slower into the corner because you were waiting for me to make a change. So there was probably 4 corners where I came to the apex and you were actually braking on the apex where you should have been accelerating. You weren't driving your racing line, you were driving to stop me passing you. So, it is what it is. Say again?
Yeah. You need to do less defend, because defending on every corner and I'll chase 5 laps. But just come past it. And all you're doing is putting yourself on line, losing a second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and really just dropping further away from the bar. Sometimes you just need to give it weight and chase whoever's past it. Yeah.
What we're not saying is you should let everybody past. What we're trying to say is you're bordering on becoming a blocker rather than a racer. So when you're blocking, you're actually holding a line that stops people getting past you, which is racing, admittedly, but what you're not doing anymore is racing for the front of the pack, which is what you should be doing. You're actually running a line to prevent people overtaking, which is called blocking, and it's not in fairness of the sport, in all fairness, because you're just becoming an island for people to get round, and some people race that way through their professional careers. We've seen it before, but it's not really the way you should be driving. You should be driving to try and put laps in and put the fastest laps in you can and keep people behind you by being faster. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's up to you how you want to race, but you won't get faster doing what you're doing. We've seen people in the group do that before, and it goes against the spirit of what we're trying to purvey here. It's go on, I'm not gonna lecture you, I apologise. I actually saw you at one point go slowly into a corner in the middle of the track, waiting for me to catch you up. You were actually driving in your mirrors rather than looking forwards, and I could see that just from the way you were positioned on the track and what you were doing. No, but that's what was happening. You weren't taking the normal racing line. You were offline, and I wasn't in a position to overtake you. You were just waiting for me to get there. But it is what it is. It's. I was red mist at the time because I was absolutely furious with my wheel, which isn't your fault. That's completely on me. So. Yeah, but I'm actually going to go and get that intermediate patch, I think. I'm going to try something. I know it's not tested and I know it's what it is, but I'm 100% sure it's not a Fanatec issue. I think it's a PD problem. I think they introduced it in an update. Yeah, I think I've aired my point of view about the relationship between Fanatec and PD a couple of times, but I genuinely think PD and Fanatec are arguing about what this wheel should have been and where it should have been in development. I'm 100% sure that the wheel should have had everything offered to it that was offered with the wheel. So it was released late because Polyphony Digital wouldn't approve it as the chosen GT7 wheel. There was a row going on between the two about whether this wheel should pass their quality checks or whatnot, and I'm guessing it wasn't. And Fanatec pleaded with them to get it approved, and they made a promise that it would match the spec or whatever. I don't know. I'm just guessing at this point. But at that point, I think relationship between the two went on the back burner. Everything had been marked, everything had been approved in terms of the box, the spec, the labelling of the wheel, everything was done. And then for PD to turn around right at the end and go, well, it doesn't match the specification that we wanted, etc. It should be doing this, it should be doing that, and it's not. I think there was a bit of a fallout maybe between the two. And purely by the contracts that were already signed, PD were forced into a position where they had to accept the wheel. So based on that, they probably made some agreements that said, okay, the wheel or the drivers aren't up to spec at this point, but by these times, and they gave them a list of potential updates and potential dates that they wanted the wheel to be approved or to have the missing elements. The updates have come along and bang, the wheel hasn't got them because it's either not capable or they've not paid for it, or because don't forget, Fanatec at this time were going through a massive bankruptcy process. They had no money, they were struggling with their suppliers, they weren't able to get deliveries of product, etc. And I'm 100% sure, or in the belief of, maybe just in my head, but I'm pretty sure that, again, Polyphony Digital have coded something in based on their original agreement, or revised agreement, and Fanatec have failed to implement it in time. So that's what I reckon is the problem. On hard tyres. Yeah. So Dodo says, wheel is great, nothing to regret, but I see what Fanatec offer for this wheel, so much function that GT doesn't have. Alright Matthew, you take care, mate. Yeah, no worries, pal. You gotta live your life. Life comes first, pal. Are you fasting? Oh, yeah, tremendous. Yeah, enjoy. Absolutely, Lee. That's the test. That's going to be the test. Ooh. PM Discord table for Thursday night showing drop round and actual table. 1 second. Let's just see if we can get that on, Damo. All the best, Matthew. Discord, private message. Table. This is... Was that Tuesday, Damo? It says Thursday. Thursday, spelt T-I-R-S-D-A-Y, is definitely Irish for Thursday. If it was Tuesday, how does he say Tuesday? How would he say Tuesday? Not sure. Tuesday. Maybe. I think it says Tuesday. So let's just switch the screen over. So if this is what it is, Lee first, Frosty Fatman. What's that showing us then? This is Tuesdays. This is with... Oh, I see. 117. 137 for Lee. So with the drop round, Lee is first. Batman and Frosty are second and third. And I'm fourth on 79. Damo's fifth. Oh, I see that. Yes, yes, yes. Final total. So that's assuming drop round. Lowest score is dropped 38. I actually scored more in round 1 than I did today. That pisses me off. How would I score more in round 1? Because that wasn't the oval race, was it? I'm getting confused. Yes. No, that's fine. That's fine. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I was thinking about GT3 Americans, but that's not right, is it? Yeah. So 39, 40, 38. Okay. Yeah. Cool with that. 39, 40, 38, 38 Damo. 38, 38, 40. Dark Star. 37, 39, 38. Where's Fat Man? 46 in the first round. 34, 33. And that's where Fat Man struggles. But he's... yeah, look at that. He got such a good score in round 1. His 113 is 4 points behind me in total score, and he's had 2 real piss pants, 33s and 34s and 33. Frosty drops his 36. Yeah, 40. Yeah, that's bomb on. So where's Damo? Damo's up there, 38, 38, 40. He drops a 38. Yeah. Wow. Okay. And Frosty scored well in both rounds today, didn't he? So, yeah. That's a great little table, that, Damo. Tuesday. We will see what the... Yeah, let's just... let's change screen. That's brilliant, that. I like that. Thank you, Damo. I will try and get my mouse back to where it should be. Transition. And then I can close that. Yeah, so by why I've seen the previous owner of Fanatec looked and acted like... Well, I can't comment on his looks, but genuinely, the owner of Fanatec acted like the owner of a small business, and he had a small business mind trying to be big. He was trying to put across to the world that Fanatec were in a far bigger position than they actually were. He was trying to use the think that Fanatec were in a far better position because they have assets. But the problem is their debt was greater than their assets. They screwed up by offering sale prices when they didn't have the stock to fulfill it. Quite why they had to sell, and then not be able to fulfill orders. But here's the major thing with Fanatec, right? At some point, Fanatec had the money to fulfill everything. They just spent it. They spent it either on growing too big too soon, or by frittering it away. Dodo said, "This race, Jim, you gain only 1 point." Yeah, because I finished 8th in race 1. My wheel failed twice in race 1. Great excuse, I'm going to use it. Which page, my friend? In your painting page? What makes you say that? That's very good. Somebody's found a paint job and searched you then, and yeah. I think it's why Logitech's True Force is implemented in more games, as they're a bigger company, so they have more power. I also think Logitech have strategically kept their platform really quite tight and small and organised. They haven't splashed out on a massive range. They've kept it small, kept production uniform, kept things all organised, and they've not gone and built 20 different types of wheel and used different suppliers to do it, and they haven't gone to the cheapest place ever to go and, you know, get that production. They've got years of experience, Logitech. I mean, I'm a big believer in Logitech, having owned, well, I've got 2 of their Logitech wheels sat down here. I've got 2 Logitech wheels there, and before that I had a Driving Force Pro DFP. So I've had 3 Logitech wheels in the past. No major shake, but 2 of them are still sat here fully working, and one of them is over 25 years old. So
One's still going strong. I've had it for close to 2 years, if not longer.
my 29 is 8 years old. I bought it when I moved into this house. My G29, and we've been in this house 8 years at Christmas, so it's 7.5 if it's a day. I don't think you can go wrong. Yeah, I 100% agree, Lee. Corsair will not fix Fanatec in a weekend. I've experienced that with their returns process. Their returns process is not working to a procedure. They're in a disarray. They don't know what product's coming through their door in a returns process. They have problems in their customer service office because they're not dealing with issues. But it's all branded Corsair now, because I guess it has to be, but they're still living on the back of Fanatec's core business, and that's got to change in time. So, but put it this way, right? I looked through Fanatec's brochure again today. I looked at it and thought, you know what? They have some really seriously good stuff here. And the conversation that was happening this morning in Discord about what's a good wheel, I went onto eBay and I started to look for wheels to see how cheap they would be or how expensive they would be. Now, just to the people in the chat, how much would you pay for a Porsche GT3 wheel, do you think? How much would you pay, bearing in mind what the price is on the Fanatec website, which I think is about 300 and something, touching 400 quid. What would you pay on eBay for one? Used.
You probably got 150, 200 quid.
You'd think that would be reasonable. Have a look. They're 400 quid all day long. I've seen one at 250 and I'm thinking, hang on a second. Why is that guy asking what is a reasonable price, 250, when everybody else is asking virtually the buy price off Fanatec? And I'll tell you why it is. It's because there's none in stock. So while there's none in stock at Fanatec, people are wanting to buy them. The price online and eBay goes up. And that's what's happened with the McLaren wheel. The McLaren wheel's now out. Oh yeah, used, yeah. And Fanatec have been out of stock of a lot of things for nearly 3 months. Dodo's just said something there. Ooh, one thing to know, if your wheel is going to cut off, try to select different setting on wheel. Button doesn't work. What, the little... That's right, yes. They were scalping, weren't they? Same as they do on graphics cards. They do exactly the same thing. Buy it and then sell it for double the price. As soon as they stop selling Frosty... As soon as they sell out, you're selling the graphics card at double the price, Yeah. Because there's none about and people can only buy yours. I know it's a supply and demand thing, that's the way the market works, but... Yes, they, Lee makes a very good point. I think Fanatec stretched himself too thin with all the choice of wheels. And Dodo says, yeah, the little one, it doesn't work for me now. Okay. My button's working, so... You know, I think Fanatec's offering is pretty remarkable, you know. They're offering, what, 7 bases? They're offering 3 in the direct drive. They're offering 3 in the podium. And they're offering the CSL if they've still got any CSLs. I think the CSL might be finished now, so it's 6 bases they're offering. But to go with that, they're offering 2 Formula wheels. So they've got the, like your McLaren... Oh no, they're offering more than that, aren't they? Because they've got the Bentley. So they're offering 4 Formula wheels. They're offering at least 6 round wheels. Because I looked through them all today thinking, holy hell. But then some of the prices go right up. You turn the base off and on and now it's working. Right, okay. I don't know if I could do that though. I don't know if that would just drive me insane. Driving around the circuit thinking, is my wheel gonna... Boom! Is my wheel gonna turn off? Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just press this button to see. I don't know if I could. I don't know what... Yes.
Well, when you plug it in, any RJ cable, RJ12, you just plug it in, it clicks, jump on, to go. Right?
Yeah.
So I had a problem with my wheel, and I was messing about with it, and that cable, I pushed it in, and it clicked, and I was getting problems with it, and I actually pulled the cable back a bit, so like the quick release clip on the cable, actually sat against the stop in the wheelbase, and that caused all my problems. I wonder if I'll get the same sort of issue with something stupid like that, or...
No, it's not a hardware issue, it's a software issue.
Yeah. Because people just push them in and that's it.
Well...
With a vibration and that, the pins don't sit right on it when they're pushed right in.
Well, mine...
It looks all back.
The only RJ12 cable that's connected to mine is the brakes.
Yeah, same.
So the power lead is a 3-pin with a catch, and it's solid. It's never going to move. I struggle to get it out, and then it's a USB to go to the PlayStation. So, but I know. Well, let's while we're just chatting, let's go to the Fanatec website. Let's see if I can find that update. I just need my mouse to stop dicking about. Let me switch over. I'm getting annoyed by my mouse control. My screens aren't in the right place. Yeah, there's yeah.
Hello.
Who'll be there?
Lovely day, man.
Oh, it's Damo's back. The problem with the GT Extreme is I haven't had a good consistent period of time with it not having a bug. It's a great wheel when it works, but I've got this thing in the back of my head saying, when's it going to fail? And it's just sat there in the back of my head saying, it's not robust enough. It is a great wheel. I have to say, the base unit of the wheel is brilliant. I'm just genuinely struggling with the psychological side of it being a fail, because it fails all the time. And I've the first 8 months of it, I've had, it was failing all the time because it would just cut off and die. And then pretty much what it's doing now, in all fairness. And then we probably had 8 months of it working right, and now for the last 5 months, 4 months, we've had the same problem. So let's see if we can. It's not that one. Oh, you dumb clunk. I think it's Fanatec software. Drive releases and discussions. No, it's not. No, it's not. I think it's Order MRMA issues. Club support, DD wheel brick, discount. I've actually put it in Discord, haven't I? I've put a link to it in Discord. Where did I put it? Having issue with a Fanuc wheel cut out. Here we go. This is the topic. Here we go. Freezes during GT7 and PS5 when full force is enabled. Game stutters until wheel is unplugged. So basically, every one of us can check, but we'll find that full force is not enabled. I found mine isn't enabled, but when I first went into the game, it was. So this person has just discovered this, basically based on what they're saying. If we go to what is the last page, go back a page and then scroll to the bottom. Here we go. This is a guy called Marcel Pfister. Anyone with the CSDD freezing in iRacing or GT7 can contact me. We are working on a fix, and I have a test export of it available for testing, and I'll send it to you via DM. So Marcel Pfister is a great guy. Actually, I've spoken with him a couple of times before. And what is he looking to? There's Marcel. This is what? This is Fanatec app version 1103 beta download and feedback thread. So changes base firmware versions updated, support new CSL GT3 wheel. So that's this download here, I think. Or do we just contact Marcel? There it is, that's that one there. So let me see if I can find that actual post where he says that. Because that will... See, there's the other dude that's really good. Maurice Beauchamp, whatever his name is. Oof, no concrete ETA, don't know what that's. Let's, can't seem to... I want to find the actual post because I want to know what he says. There's 22 pages on this. Holy shit the bed. I have even tried different USB and PS5 for wheel. Yeah, I've tried front and back. They recommend back ports. Any future firmware update, you have to install the app, as new firmwares will only be provided via new app updates because the old driver control panel and Fanalab are dead. Okay. This is October the 11th, so October the 22nd is where we need to get to. Right, understood. Let me... Here are a couple of videos showing problems. They're not videos, they're pictures, darling. Anyway, we want the 22nd of... That's the 25th, we've gone too far. 22nd. Here we go. This is it. So this is where it comes from. Wheel would not power down. I've had that where it wouldn't turn off. I've had to disconnect power. That's exactly what happens to mine. I disconnect USB first. That didn't do anything. Wheel was working fine for several hours of use and for many days before. I used it for a few hours since and it's worked fine, but then the type of freeze has never happened before. The latest drivers that came with the app with this wheel are the original that I bought and Ara made early on. I have a video of the freeze recorded on my PS5. It just shows game hanging up basically. What happened to... I just happened to have WRC wheel on when taking screenshot. It was the GT Extreme wheel that was being used when it froze on GT7. Okay. I have same problem, da da da. And that's where he says that. Thanks for the details. I tried myself now and confirm it's not working with the latest firmware. We'll work on this. So what's not working? Until the fix is incoming, you could revert to previous firmware. Interesting. 110 is 1103, the most recent driver version. Changing that. So I'm now wondering what version of... What driver version have I got? That's a very interesting question. And of course, I can't find out until I connect my wheel, which is... Oh no, there it is. I'm on 1103, so I'm on the beta. I'm on the beta 1103. So, there we go. That tells me that. As Frosty left us. Good night, Frosty. You take care, buddy. Sorry, I was focusing this end rather than that end. Let me close that down. We're on 1103. I plug my US port into the C port on the front. Okay. Yeah, the USB ports on the back are the better plugs. They're faster USBs. Changes to the Fanatec app. So we know then that it's that post. So I need to go back a page, I think, and then scroll down to what is the 22nd. That's the 26th. I've gone far forward again. 17, it's page 9. 22nd, that's the one. Just there. So how do I PM Marcel? Here we go. New message. Oh, seems to be lagging my keyboard. Let's see. Let's see. Okie dokie. Right. Let's get back to... So that's done. At least I can advise you guys then if I get some feedback or whatever. See if we can get a DM from him and at least try and get a fix under the way. I mean, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but it is what it is at that point. We'll find out, won't we? My frustration's boiling over with it. It's... I didn't read it out loud, but I read something there that said don't expect a fix until the new year, so... And then it could be into next year for the next update, so... Next release, so that could be a bit of a while, maybe. There needs to be a fix. JB, are you still around? You're gone. Oh, you are here, yeah, okay. Are you Daisying? Yeah. I changed settings on the Hescos last night. I extended their life. They only had 45 minutes of life. So I changed it to 45 days. What I realise is, or what I've explored and found out, is that that 45 minutes of life is being in the presence of somebody for 45 minutes. So if you've been in the presence within 45 minutes, it's alive. The 45 days thing, if you build a base and don't go there for 45 days, things will start disappearing. So it's not the maximum it allows, it's just the regular... Some things must be visited on the map at least once every 45 days. Which is the guidance from Bohemia to make sure that things don't just disappear. Could put it a year, to be honest, but things would just stay stagnant. If it spawned something in a location, it would stay there for a year. We don't really want that. We want the map to rotate. Yeah. Yeah, they were. They've told me. Saw that. Yeah. Have they got a helicopter and a pad now? Okay. No, they want to talk to you about their trucks getting shot up. Their trucks have been shot up. No. I've... The conversation last night was, is JB around? We saw him earlier, but he wouldn't talk to us. He wouldn't talk in game. And it's like, I saw him, but I haven't spoken to him. And they said, oh, well, we went down to get Dadge's truck from Berezino. And he was only down there yesterday. We've gone back down there today. And the wheels have been shot out. And I said, well, don't forget Berezino's a bomb town. It gets bombed. And they said, yeah, but the whole thing would be destroyed and the stuff around it would be destroyed, wouldn't it? And I said, well, if what you're asking is what you're asking, there's only one person that's probably been around the map, and that's JB. But I'll ask him, I'll talk to him, but I wouldn't have thought so. But yeah, the point being is, the other side of the coin is, leave trucks in the open space. I don't know what the AI do to vehicle that belong to another group of players. I don't know what they do, so I did say I'd speak to you because I know that griefing isn't on, and we wouldn't do that anyway. We'd only shoot vehicles that we're going to put into a recycle process, and we would only really go and shoot the standard stuff, standard trucks. I wouldn't shoot. Yeah, but they weren't in it. No, so. No, but have they got a helicopter now then? Oh, beautiful. You got Discon when in the helicopter? Oh, brilliant. I think it's probably time I explain to them about the fragility of the helicopters in DayZ. Yeah, well, they are particularly fragile. Okay, Wilkie. Yes, they are. Yeah, they didn't know that, I guess, though. No. Well, they're finding out. They're playing, which is brilliant. I'm glad they are. But Jeff's been on at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh, my wheels just quit again. Beautiful. Beautiful. Ugh. That's 4. It's all on the stream, yeah. Yeah. Dodo had one tonight and he hadn't had one in 3 days. Back, mate. You should plug them in the back. They're faster ports. No. The port is there at the front, does work, but the back ones are the ones they recommend you plug into. It's like charge your controllers on the back ones. They're faster. Yeah. We'll have some soft tyres for a little while. We've been on mediums. Yes. Is that one with the plug that is like magnetic that sits on the top? Or does it goes face down? Yeah. I was asking about how the controllers plug in. Do they just freestand on the top of your charger port?
No, so it's the actual device for that one. Literally just push the like USB-C connector in.
Okay, right.
Literally a black dot.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to explain it where it makes sense.
Yeah, I've got a wireless one. I've got a wireless charger. That...
Oh, stupid.
What, for having a wireless charger? JB's just died.
Jeez.
Beat him with it. Beat him with the door. There was me thinking I'd done the wrong thing by buying a wireless charger port. Yeah, twice. No, he doesn't. For Dodo, it's all connected at the back, yeah. So I bought an extra controller when I bought my PlayStation, and I rarely use it. And I don't know if the what happens when the battery dies in it. Are they replaceable, or is it a new controller? Okay. Yeah, of course. You selfishly had children and all that lot, and you have to let them use your PlayStation, which is just downright disgusting, but that's what it is. Big Popper is proper quick here. So's Lee by the looks of it. Just trying to get a clean lap in, and I haven't done that yet. Which this is lap 1, isn't it? Yeah. Yes, agreed. I like the way the headlights illuminate the bridge as you go underneath it. On the left. Yeah. You can't slide that sausage between your wheels anymore. I find it very difficult to go across that sausage. I think they made it bigger. Oh, is that where Lee's hiding out? Over there on the left? And that was the half a second penalty. I'd have been quicker than BP then. Lee has left us. He's abandoned ship. Ship, not shit. Ship. Now here's a silly question, right? If it wasn't Fanatec, what would you buy? No, I know you'd go Thrustmaster, but I don't like Thrustmaster. My skin crawls when I think about them, and I don't know why. They've always been the heretic. They've always been the Mitsubishi Evo to me of the racing world. It's the only wheel base other than Fanatec that has natural connectivity to PlayStation and PC, doesn't it? It's the only one that you don't need a control box for one of the ways. Moser, again, you need a control box. Say again? Well, you need one. It's just an extra bit of peripheral that is a pain in the arse. Whoosh!
Yeah. Well, I suppose it has. Well.
I know it works. We know it works. It's a good bit of kit, isn't it?
So,
It's not overly expensive. I think I priced one up yesterday from GT Amiga. And genuinely, I would be 1,500 quid for everything I want, plus one more wheel that isn't in stock. Whereas this costs 1,500 quid. Then plus brakes, plus other bits and pieces. So, PC. Dozen. About the same, but different games. So I suppose it's difficult because I've got every game for both. But the ones I want to play in triple screen, I will play on the PC. The ones that will play single screen, I'll play on the PlayStation. But I'd have to use the Moser on the PlayStation because of the connectivity issues with the Fanatec on PlayStation. The Fanatec on PC works a treat. No shutdowns, no errors. It's just PlayStation. So the PC wheel would become the Fanatec wheel, and Moser would become the PlayStation wheel.
I think it's named recently.
Yes, they have. Yeah. The ecosystem's really flat, isn't it, Lee? And we discussed that earlier with Logitech. They've kept it tight, they've kept it uniform, they've kept it limited because they have so many other products, keyboards, mice, cameras, etc., etc. They spread themselves thinner in other areas. They have one flight stick, one joystick, etc., etc. So it's we're having that same conversation again, but it is one that keeps coming back to my brain that says you got to make a decision. Fanatec really is running out of road. And with that last penalty, that's just switched my brain off. I wanted to go in and get another set of tyres and take a run at Big Popper's 2 seconds big difference. But his car is just so much quicker here. Big Popper's Rapido. I've not done my brake balance, have I? Let me go and put a new set of tyres on and have a run. I've got low fuel, haven't I? Just a 2-minute. Wonder how much they paid for their helicopter. My character's not strong enough to buy one. No. Yeah. Lee, just rewatch the second race. You were fast but not miles away fast. You could get better XHP. Well done, Lee. Yeah, that's my worst track car combo, he says. Ooh. Right, let's have an outlap and a flyer, see if we can get anywhere near Big Popper's time. See if we can hold any hope for Friday. So then folks, just we draw the end of the draw to the end of the stream. We're looking forward to tomorrow with much intrepidation. It's a big thing, it's a new thing, and it's something I've wanted to try for a while but never actually had the oomph. So tomorrow's podcast will be different. It'll also be hopefully quite interesting, and we'll have a good old chat, especially amongst the 5 of us that are going to be on there, and we should be able to knock out a few things and have a good chat, and you're all welcome to join in and be part of it. It's something I'm quite nervous of. I shouldn't be, because I should be on. I've been on YouTube many a time, etc, 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 but it's not that, it's the making sure the production factor goes well. Of the couple of guys I watch on podcasts, they have a couple of guys in a room doing all their production stuff, i.e. scene shifting and making sure things go up on the screen right. Well, I'm going to be doing all that myself and hosting the event, so it's going to be quite pressurised, and I hope to hell that I can keep my mindset in the right place and not get too flustered by it all. But if I do make the odd mistake, please remember to take the piss and enjoy the mistakes rather than me just blooming killing myself because I've got something wrong. But hopefully it will go without an issue, and we won't all sit there staring at each other, looking at each other, saying what the hell are we doing. So it should be quite fun. JB's been writing jokes all week. Oh, he's got him in the back of his head. Okay. A 24.5, so we're 1.8 seconds behind Big Popper. So yeah, Friday is gonna be dire. It's gonna be a war of attrition for me. Good night, Lee. Say again. Yeah, it should restart now. It should do. Right, good night, folks. Have a wonderful evening. We'll see you at 8:30 tomorrow. Thanks for joining us tonight and for sharing in my shutdown dramas. And I apologise for my foul language again. But have a good one, folks. Sleep well, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Good night. Have a good one. We'll see you in the next one. Take care. One of these, one of these, one of these. Is it that one? It's this one. That's it. Good night, folks. I have got to go to the bathroom. Yeah, take care. Good night, Big Popper. Night, Wilkie. Night, Dodo. I've got to go. I've got 2 seconds before a spring a leak. Ice pack. BMW. Mercedes. Thank you, Fantastic Will. You've been a cunt tonight.
You still straight to do.
Am I?